is actually it's a stream sketch, but it's featuring a new promo code that's for everyone in who's a Patreon sponsor to basically sponsor me working on epitome illustrations. It's I feel very it's sad for me to not even try and make time to I tried to make time, but I keep going back to hustling like with the commissions because rent and everything, and it's very hard to put that aside and do something for myself. So, and I've tried to make it a goal this year to start doing more personal work, and it's been failing so far. So hopefully this new promo code will help with that. And thank you so much, Vex, singly yours, to sponsor this. And and basically it's free for them, but any time away from commission, just basically on my own dime. So but this allows me to trick myself into giving myself time. And the client, uh, well, the sponsor, I should say, chose Vivaldi, who is he actually is appearing in the comic. And if you don't know, the comic's epitome, and it's about the epitome of evil, the next crowned epitome of evil. And Vivaldi is he's in the beginning of the comic, and he's the first epi to show. Epi is the epitome of an emotion embodied. And so epi is when they're no longer human, when their whole body is the energy of that emotion that they are. And epend is when they're caged inside a human flesh. And it's a whole it's a story I could tell, but let's focus on Vivaldi. And Vivaldi, there's not too much I think I could reveal without spoiling. So I'll try to just share his personality. He he's he's very actually self-conscious, but he doesn't let it show very much. He's self-conscious in terms of people staying by his side or having people um, that he has feelings for, whether it's trust or just love, like staying by him. And I don't think that's too spoily, but and he really holds them there for the most part, and those he doesn't feel for, not as strongly. He has like a tier system of who he cares for, and whoever, like, you hope you're not the least one he cares about the least. If he has to choose if you live or die, he'll always go for who he cares for the most. And he is a fear, a type of fear, and that's the fear he is of the abandonment type of fear. And he so their eyes, their in the comic it's colored to show that difference, while everything else is in black and white. And Favadi, so his eyes are green, but his human side um, might be like a grayish color. And because for Epi of a higher class, they can see his true eyes, but human beings they can only see his human eyes. They can't perceive his Epi eyes. So and he's very fashionable, and only because he likes the evidence of his work to show on his clothes. And so it's not that he's a psycho, because he does get bloody in his kills. Well, if he does kill, and that's maybe one of the only reasons, main reasons that he would rather kill than the other alternative, a peaceful, because it would show his dedication to such and such, that commitment thing, that abandonment thing. So to not lose people, he wants to show that commitment. And the blood on the nice clothes, he thinks proves that. And for him, it proves it, that they worked hard and despite the fanciness. And so he usually wears suits, and he's actually he's straight. He's still fairly young for Epi, because when Epin dies, uh, they can become an Epi, but only if a current Epi loses their slot, because there's only a certain number amount of ep- Epi that can exist. And so it goes. Epi is about 20 of them, and there's Epi Prince, and that's like in only 10 of those. And Epi Kings are there's just two of those, and then there's Emperor. And it's spoiler to talk more, but so Vivaldi is about a prince level, and I'm going into spoiler territory. So, but anyway, he's powerful. um, and Epi Prince is different from regular Epi, and so anyway, so he fancies himself as the. No, spoiler. Okay, it's focused on his Mevana choices knives because they're the easiest to tune. So basically, Epi can make weapons out of. They go on. The only way to hurt an Epi is to hurt them with a weapon made from human flesh or human essence, whatever is a human body. So the higher Epi you go, um, the more of a human that could attune. Like the blood is the hardest to tune, but flesh is easier. Meat is easy, and bone is easy. Well, bone is easy, and then flesh. Sorry, I can't uh, say too much. Read the story, and you'll see everything. But eventually, we haven't gotten to that point yet. Well, I haven't gotten to that point to start showing more detail on exactly what they are and how they work, how they operate. But knives are easier, are the easiest to attune. And the only way to hurt an epi is by an attuned weapon. And the more powerful you are, the more that weapon needs to fit their species, their kingdom, which is like their emotion. So there's fear, hate, love, sorrow, joy, and I say love, and fear, and they each have their own. So the princes rule over that particular kingdom, and the two kings rule over the evil, quote unquote, and good side. But it's actually more than that, and it's not actually evil. You'll see. See, spoiler. But so knives are easiest, and the hardest is like a gun, and it's very rare for an epi to have the enough skill to know how to operate a gun, to form a gun from human flesh, and so and plus he would probably choose knives anyway, even if he was talented at guns. Vivaldi would, because again, the blood knives are easier to get that, and and there's actually two characters. There's no four who are fashionable. It's Vivaldi and Hate and Carrie and Simcha. They're the most fashionable of the cast, and and but Vivaldi. he usually wears off colors and like patterns within his outfit, and usually it's a contrast. But he's very he can be very intense and obsessive with like the more he cares about you, the more he wants you around, and the more he'll be hurt if you were to leave for any reason. um, and so he you'll see soon, very soon in the comic, how he has a connection with Tadrone, and Tadrone is a fair too, and I can't say anything more, but they have a connection, and so with this piece, I actually think I was just so excited to be working on a character from Epitome um, that I just did something fairly not too dynamic. I wanted to do dynamic, but it just kept my excitement was messing it up, I think. And so I said, okay, just step back and go with it, and just do it like this. And so I had this immediate idea of those bars, just a little effect, no particular reason, just for aesthetic purposes. And but his eyes are pretty legit, and I thought it would be cool to color the little markings at the top. You'll see. Just to, I like balances. I've been fairly obsessed with balances lately, and I've been noticing how most people lately. I've been noticing the bad balances in works of art I've come across. So and oh, where's that white? Okay, there it is. And so I think that's it. And I like Vivaldi. I can't wait to show you what else is in store. And I hope to have at least some comics coming soon. At least definitely by this month, because I really need to get back on it. And I'm hating everything. I mean, usually I don't like a lot of things, but Epitome helps me not just helps me calm down, at least helps me not be so frustrated at how things are in the industry. And that's the point of Epitome. It's completely for me, and made for me by me, and I don't care for any input from outside source. I want all my mistakes, all my greatness, whatever's great or whatever's bad, to be completely on me. And that's what's so fun about it. And I just can't wait to get to all these parts and just keep continuing with the story. And it does have an ending, and it does have another side comic of sorts I'll launch after I finish Epitome. But that one actually came first. Like the characters in that one actually came first, and I actually just accidentally ended up tying them of sorts together. Um, and that's a whole long story. But thank you very much for everything, and I really look forward to showing you more of Epitome. Bye.